setting me up, and thank you, Joel, for accompanying me. If you're like me, you observe the instruments that people play. So if you are like me, you will observe that this is a different guitar. You will also observe that there is no branding on it. The reason there's no branding is because about the middle of August, this guitar was an expensive box of wood. For years I have tried to get into the Red Rocks Community College guitar building class, and finally the stars came into alignment and I was able to get in.
Yay!
So this is a product of that class.
Awesome.
The expensive box of wood was as premium of wood as you could buy for instruments. So if the project didn't turn out, it wasn't because the wood was bad. We had the opportunity to pick the wood for the back and sides, and of course it's rosewood. And what I did is I picked rosewood here, which of course is quite striped, and of course the sides are the same. So anyway, that was just a way to kind of have something a little different. A lot of rosewood is pretty plain. This is modeled after a Martin OM. And in the Martin sizing, you have an O, which is a parlor guitar, double O, triple O, dreadnought, and then some manufacturers will make a jumbo. This one is right in the middle. It's be a triple ought. So anyway, it's has a nice balance. It's big enough so that it can offer, you know, the bass notes, and of course still carry out the treble notes. We could embellish our guitars a little bit as long as wouldn't put us behind. And what I did for mine is, if you will look at the neck, you will see that it's a three-piece neck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Most guitars will be out of mahogany, and it'll be single piece. Okay, this is walnut and maple. And what you do is you buy a billet, and you cut it down the middle, a billet of walnut. You cut it down the middle, and then you take one piece and you flip it end for end and then turn it 180 degrees. And the reason you do that is because if that piece of wood decides it wants to twist, one piece will twist this way, the other piece will twist that way. So when you glue them back together and they decide to twist, they balance out. So the neck always stays straight. There's more to that. Mahogany is grown in around the equator, and therefore it tends to be straight. Wood in the northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere tends to be twisted because the tree will try and line up with the sun. The sun moves, of course, during the day. So anyway, if you use something other than mahogany, it's a good idea to do what I just explained. So anyway, it was a fun project. It was a stressful project because, you know, when you remove wood, if you take too much off, that's not good. You know, you
can't put it back.
Yeah, right. Okay. So anyway, this is a product of that class. After all of that, of course, we need to have a song that somehow talks about guitars, right? And those of you that think it's going to be John Denver's "This Old Guitar of Mine," you're wrong. We're going to do the Gordon Lightfoot song, "Hang Dog Hotel Room." So,
you knew.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Would have been a good guess.
1, 2, 3, 4.